Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Brown here with my live reaction of One Piece, chapter 1062. It's been a long 2 weeks after the reveal of Vegapunk. So yeah, a lot of mysteries still surrounding this character, even though we're seeing them right in front of our face. I mean, the whole fact that there's like a number 2 on their jumpsuit denotes that this is either a clone, like the old man like transferred his mind into a younger body to keep serving the military for God knows how long, or that a lot of people have been saying like that little like antenna earmuff thing on the side of her head is actually like a mind transfer thing to like have a bunch of different bodies out there, and he's just kind of like in his lab or whatever, and he's like able to see, hear, and communicate with people all around these individuals, and they're just kind of acting as proxies. That theory probably is the case, but I still like the whole like because he does so much with the lineage factor and body modifications and stuff. Him transferring his very being into someone else. That one, I like that one better. But the other one, feasible as well. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Adventure in the land of science. We're going to the land of science. Come on, Bill Nye. Let's go. Doom! So everything froze in Totland. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, wait. That was Caesar that did that, right? Drama 66, Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 20. Meanwhile, in Chocolate Town on Cocoa Island. Oh, maybe that wasn't the case because that wasn't there. That's interesting. Let's see here. Vegapunk, the Vegapunk. What a farkus. What? A bewildering development. Vegapunk, you're like my role model. I killed 2 years in your hometown, Baltimore. After going through your lab, there was still a load of stuff I didn't get a chance to look into. It's the giant mech of my dreams. I love that Frankie's fanboying. It makes sense. Just how many times bigger than General Frankie is that? I can't wait to show Luffy and Chopper. What a stunning lady. You know, she even said it before. It's like, I work for the government and you're pirates. I'm not helping you. Let's see here. Just a moment. I love that Robin's all ready for combat. Just a moment. This is the first time I've heard of Vegapunk being a woman. And she looks far too young. Vegapunk has been active for many years. Naturally, who said this was the main Stella body? What? Stella? Stella! But anyway, you're looking at Punk 02, Vegapunk Lilith. What? That ain't a good name to have. That was a freaking succubus. So what? Is she hot because she's a succubus? So, oh my god, does that mean that there's going to be fucking 7 of them? And they're each going to be based on the 7 deadly sins? That'd be kind of cool. And like maybe the first one is the main body and he's Pride? Because he prides his intelligence? In any case, we always run through your research funds in a jiffy. So we'll allow you to skedaddle if you just relinquish your valuables. Nami ain't letting that shit slide. What, these waters are chilly enough without you being cold too. You just fished us out. What kind of rescue do you call this? Are you deaf? This is not a rescue. So now I guess it fully makes sense why they said they salvaged the stuff. Also, we're seeing some shadowy figures in that one panel. But, so yeah, that's how they fund their research even further. They steal from pirates or anybody else that's foolish enough to come near this island. Let's see here. Trespassing on these waters is nigh impossible. Resist and they will sink you without question. Oh, yep, we've got, there's a sea lion, a sea bull, a wolf, some kind of a deer, oh, look at the dog. It's a bulldog, a giraffe, a cat, and a bear of some kind. Interesting. Take a gander at the weaponized sea beasts. They just popped out. Weaponized sea beasts? That's rad. Only Frankie. Yeah, but my fear is overwhelming my awe. The bear looks kind of cool, not gonna lie, with that metal jaw. But the giraffe is intriguing. Like, how much stronger is its neck? Let's see here. Frankie's just kind of staring at the bear. Ah! So, Nami and Brooke are freaking out. Peter. Lilith, what are you doing? Why do you always insist on looting? Have some pride as a scientist. Shaka. Shaka? Stella, Shaka, Lilith, what? Put a sock in your internal pride. Keep the lights on. Okay, I was right. They are the 7 deadly sins. They're the Straw Hat Pirates, a newly dubbed Emperor crew. Are we not going to merely... Or they're not going to merely surrender. Precisely. They just have a heap of treasure stashed away. Even so, they made a foolish blunder. Blunder? I have them surrounded. Oh, you've made the blunder. Don't underestimate me, or estimate them. Look at the swordsman. Okay, so he really can see everything she sees, presumably. That's Pirate Hunter Zoro. His bounty is 111. See how calm he is. He knows you're in range of him to end you in an instant. The same goes for Devil Child Nico Robin back there. But what can they do against all the sea beasts? Well, I mean, Zoro can swim and he'll fucking cut that shit up. The strong can appease their prey and prioritize the most essential targets first. You should have been more careful or cautious. Robin, I see why you would worry about her. Sanji should be more enthralled about trying to protect the 2 lovely ladies on the crew. But no, he's too enthralled with Lilith there, and Frankie, sadly, Frankie is in fanboy mode. Those imbeciles around them lulled me into a false sense of security? Confound it, I was careless. Hey, Vegapunk, there's something I want from you, so you'd better play nice, got it? What do you want from Vegapunk? Punk01, Dr. Vegapunk, Shaka, logic. Okay. No matter. Bring them here. I have interest in that crew. As of this chapter, the old man voice is only really relevant with Lilith. Interesting. So you've been here before. Okay, so now we're back with Luffy and them. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was still a pretty run-of-the-mill... I was still a pretty run-of-the-mill lab at the time, though. What? Oh, it was still... Wait, that's proven that you're old. So, how come you came back? I'm here for answers. I'll have that bastard's life if I don't like what I hear. Huh? Vegapunk's the one who turned my dad into... Oh my god, he's your father! Okay. That explains a few things now. So, she's definitely not as old as we think. She's probably not much older than she actually visually looks in her normal form. So, the whole Queen Mother disguise, the reason why they believed that was because that was like her grandmother, so yeah. You know, sometimes genetic resemblance skips a generation, so yeah. Whoa, that's awesome. What? It's not. He's completely lost his sense of self. He doesn't even know who he is anymore. He's nothing but a living weapon now. Poor Kuma. I bet he'd love to see his little baby girl again. That's awful. Yeah, it's unforgivable. Sorry, Boogie. It's Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie. We made it to the surface. Let's track down some grub. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that I ran into Sabo at Marijois. Whatever, I can spill the beans later. Oh, so she was just thinking of that. Okay, well, let's see what the... Ooh. What is all this stuff? Is that a giant robot? There's all sorts of things up there. And a space monster? It is. I mean... Oh, I think he genetically, like, fused some DNA and spliced some shit. Because that's got a rhino horn, but it's also got, like, those, like, banana alligators. And it's got, like, 2 sets of eyes. That kind of looks like Kaido in a way when he goes into his dragon form. So that must be a later model of things. And then the giant robot is kind of just there. So yeah, and Vegapunk just has his name plastered on everything. And yeah, it looks fairly futuristic, especially for this time period. So, What in the world? I'll be back after I take for a ride. What? One for a ride? Okay. Hey, we're infiltrating this place, remember? Gum Gum, take care, Luffy. Okay, Rocket! He doesn't use that very often anymore. Okay, so why does that look like Super Mario? This, like, question block thing. Is that because Oda's a fan of Mario? And he, decided to put in, like, a little Easter egg because of the new movie? Which I'll be doing a live reaction of that trailer. It might be a long live reaction. I think it's like 15 minutes long. He just got eaten by that thing. Luffy's been eaten. Wouldn't be the first. Did he just shoot through the back of his head, or what? What? You okay, Luffy? I thought I got swallowed, but whoa, is that a giant parfait? There's cookies and fruits, too. Look at all that cream. Thanks for the meal. And they're all jumping in, except for Jinbei. Hold it, you guys. Why would they leave food lying around? This has to be a trap. And they go, everything's a hologram. Jinbei's like, What the? We went right through it. How can we, see it but not touch it? It's so cruel to make us hungry like that. Jabber's like, crap. Did we die earlier and not notice? There's no way we're ghosts. We've never seen one before. But this parfait must be a hologram. How the fuck do you know what a hologram is? What the hell is that? This ticks me off. It's a 3D image made of light. You see them in comics and science fiction stuff. It's just an image. He's really pissed off. Oh. The space monster. That's why I went through it. The giant robot must be one too. No one can make something like that. Hey, what's this? All these buttons have pictures of food on them. Oh my god, you found the food, like, molecular creator device. Let's see here. Give up already. Everything on this island is a sham. That reminds me, weren't the seas around this island freezing? You'd expect the place to have a similar climate, but... Oh. Uh-oh. Which number are you? I see the punk and the 0, but I can't see the other number beside it. You have lamb ears. It looks like. And you're a giant. So I'm going to assume you're sloth. Actually, this is a winter island, but the environment is set to tropical mode in here. With my island aircon invention, you can specify and regulate the temperature of an area right down to the soil. This one's as big as Kaido. And Luffy's about to go fight him. You're a hollow thing too, right? What? Take this. Oh, damn, got a punch in on Luffy. Oh, he hit a button. And East... What? So I guess that's supposed to be for cuisine of like different blues? Interesting. Luffy hit the make button, I guess, and now it's making food. Vega Cola. Huh? What? Huh? Hamburger meal. And a drink came out? Who made it? You can touch it. It's real. They're so happy. So good. Press the next one. Press the next one. Steak. Amu rice. Tonkatsu. Cotton candy. Cake. Ramen. Fried chicken. Hot dogs. Well, at least you appreciate my work. What's the unnamed cooking device? Or that's the unmanned cooking device. It's unnamed also because that name sucks. It can turn raw ingredients into one of 500 unique dishes under a minute. Pizza, pasta. The make do with what you've got mode is the best. But I can't be too happy since a lack of competent engineers means that this bucket of bolts can't be mass produced. Is following blueprints that damn hard? Sometimes it is. I work in a factory and sometimes those images are not that great. Mostly the engineers don't know how to just take a picture of the goddamn thing and have it at different angles so you can see the stuff as it's supposed to look. But nope. It really pisses me off. Wait, she punched the hologram? What the fuck? The island aircon is the same damn boat. Its sensors can monitor living creatures, and it could tame the weather if it had a bit more money. If we had a bit more money. There are endless ideas, but not enough resources. She punched a hologram? Waffles? Fried rice? Of course, my photonic gloves make it possible to physically interact with light. Oh, she's a hologram. She's changing. Perception shapes your sense of reality. Oh, maybe you're actually, not Sloth as I originally thought. Oh, wait. No, that's a whole nother person. I see your head in there. That one's like 28? Still don't know what your number was. So I guess they can make as many of these as they want. But touching a projected object turns that on its head, doesn't it? So that girl isn't real? Debates on what makes something real are as old as time. It's something you'll have to decide for yourself, but I consider that a matter settled. So what are you? Jinbei asking the real questions. Oh, you're number 6. Me? Just your resident scientific genius for hire, Dr. Vegapunk. What? Atlas. Which you are Wrath. Okay, never mind. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Sloth, but alright. Punk Atlas? That sounds cool when you just say that part of the name. What the hell? That's a total lie. So you remember the old man. You're Vegapunk? I've heard of that name. Kobe told me about you. Yeah, like over 15 years ago. It's kind of ridiculous. The New World. Okay, there's a government ship. So, what now? Just keep listening, Lucci. Okay, so we're getting them. Alright. Oh god, the mask he has to wear because of his nose. Vegapunk is technically still a single individual. but his genius is second only to his busyness when there's not enough time. You say that they say what? You say they're as busy as a beaver, right? Well, imagine if there were more than one beaver. That was his grand idea, to split up into 6 people. Only 6? Okay. Okay, so now we're getting a full breakdown of it. In Japanese, the idiom is about cats. Okay, so I guess that's for here. In other words, all 6 of these satellites are also Dr. Vegapunk. Let's see here. Desire is yoke. Wrath is Atlas. Wisdom is, oh god, that name. You would think that would be Edison, because Edison is Flare, which he really was just Flare. Also, I'm noticing that they're breaking down his... These aren't the 7 deadly sins so much as I thought. These are aspects of his personality. Because logic we saw, wait a minute. Lilith is considered evil? Okay. Maybe that's why I thought it was the 7 deadly sins at first, because she kind of embodied that aspect. But okay, so she's just his evil side. Interesting. Flare is number 3, also known as Edison. Number 4 is Wisdom, and it's... I think that's based on the name of the guy that created... No... Pythagoras? Or Pythagoras? Something like that. And then Atlas is... Wait a minute. We just saw Atlas! And it said she was number 6, and this is saying it's 5. Wait, there's a note. Atlas is 5 here in the raw, but her dress says 6. We'll update this once Viz clarifies. Okay, number 6, which I guess will be 5 possibly, Desire and his yoke. Or Yoki? And I'm the weird one for thinking that sounds impossible. Geniuses are such a pain. Kuma is one of the new pacifistas. He's got the wings now. In short, our assignment is to return this problem child back to Egghead. Then, while taking care not to damage any of the lab's precious assets, we're to eliminate every single Vegapunk. What? Masked assassins is what they're collectively called in Ija Zero now. Or at least these 3 are. Interesting. Well, I guess 4 if you want to consider the pigeon. Kaku, Lucci, and Sussy. She's sus. So we're meant to kill the single most useful man in the world. I wonder if this is something to do with the recent Lulushia incident. Someone with instincts like yours should know better than to question these things. Agreed, don't get us in any hot water, Lucci. A calculated plan, and that's the end of the chapter. Okay! So they're going to take the oh my god, when poor Bonnie sees this one, she's going to be like, you mutilated my father even more. And then made a clone of him. She's going to be pissed. But yeah. I wasn't expecting us to see, like, a whole list of them. I figured we'd get, like, maybe a few more, you know, in different chapters before that, given the pattern we were seeing. But also, I was hoping that we were going to bank on the whole, you know, 7 deadly sins thing. And if anything, the way Lilith was talking, but then again, all of them seem to have greed. So I think they all just collectively have the sins in them. But these are more raw parts of his personality. You know, his wisdom. So wisdom and knowledge are not mutually the same. They are not meant to be, you know, linked up in such a way to where they're supposed to be, what's the word? Homophones of each other. So, yeah. Interchangeable was another word I was trying to think of. So yeah, but yeah, it seems like this Egghead Island is kind of literally just of a bunch of Egghead Vegapunks, which is kind of interesting if you think about it. But like, how many more is he going to be able to make? I assume he's not going to make any more, because then you kind of run into that whole plot of the movie 9, where the scientists eventually like gave up some. I'm actually wondering if that's where this came from. So yeah, the like the scientist like gave up a part of his personality and his life force and his mind and all that, and then eventually it killed him when he got to 9. So maybe that's where Vegapunk like is kind of coming from here. I don't know. Will we meet a real Vegapunk? Because Logic isn't even a part of that. So, and I thought he was supposed, or that one was supposed to be the real Vegapunk. Will the real Vegapunk please stand up? But anyway. But yeah, finding out that they all just want more money so they can make more shit is kind of funny. So now we've met Lilith, formally now, and we have met, what was the name of the other one? Shaka is Logic, and what was the name of the last one? I swear I can't remember the little goat thing. You are Atlas. Why did I forget Atlas? And I guess it's called Atlas because you're like physically the largest one, maybe? So that might also play a role in it. Lilith being evil and whatnot, and a succubus, so like her being a hot young lady makes sense. Logic and Wisdom, I imagine, are going to be like old men. So yeah, there's that. Also, I'm kind of wondering if Atlas is more so along the progression of the gigantification technology. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Also, those photonic gloves are kick-ass. Being able to punch light, like, damn. Anyway, there's a lot in this chapter. Finding out Bonnie is actually the daughter of Kuma. So that explains the whole thing of her like sneaking into the reverie. She knows about Sabo and was wanting to tell Luffy about it, but yeah, probably best to wait, because that'll just distract him even more. Then again, that might also want him to leave the island, which is probably in their best interest given what's happening to their friends. Or what might happen to their friends. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this, and this reaction's already gone on too long. So let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content. I have a slew of it, from Unordinary, My Hero, a couple other like the Mario movie, and then the new Pokemon that came out. So yeah, I'll be doing those in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. And until next time, Keechlings, punch that light with your photonic glove.